Welcome to 7th grade math. We're going to review some vocabulary, a variable, a symbol that represents an unknown quantity, equation, a statement that two mathematical expressions are equal. And that just means if 12n equals 24, it means that 12n has the same value as 24. So we would have to figure out the value of n based on this relationship between 12 and 24. Numerical expression contains numbers and at least one operation. So an expression does not have a equal sign. So the expression 6 plus 4 times 3. And then an algebraic expression contains variables, numbers, and at least one operation. So n plus 2 is an algebraic expression because it has a variable and operation, which is the plus and the number 2. Get ready for the lesson. Earth has only one moon, but other planets have many moons. For example, Uranus has 21 moons and Saturn has 10 more moons than Uranus. So what operation would you use to find how many moons Saturn has? Addition, right? Because it has more. And Jupiter has about 3 times as many moons as Uranus. What operation would you use to find how many moons Jupiter has? Multiplication. Words and phrases and problems in word problems often suggest addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Here are some examples. You may recall we did something similar to this in 6th grade, where we had a table with some phrases and words, and you will have a quiz on this tomorrow or the next day of class. If this is a Friday, it'll be Monday. So I would study this. So for addition, some key words or phrases: some, more than, increased by, and all. Subtraction, keywords or phrases would be difference, less than, less, decreased by. Multiplication keywords would be each, product, multiplied, twice. And division, some keywords would be divide, quotient, per, or separate. And obviously these are not exhaustive lists, which means that there are more keywords and phrases, but these are some common ones. Make sure you study these. Write a phrase as an expression. So write the phrase $5 more than Jennifer earned as an algebraic expression. So more than, that's going to tell us the operation is going to be addition. $5 more than Jennifer earned. The variable will let D represent the number of dollars Jennifer earned, and the expression will be D plus 5. So Jennifer earned D, and if it's 5 more than what Jennifer earned or 5 more than D, it's going to be D plus 5. Check your progress. Write the phrase 3 more runs than the Pirates scored as an algebraic expression. So in words, we care about 3 more runs than the Pirates scored. So the variable, we're going to let P represent the number of runs the Pirates scored. And the expression will be P plus 3. And the key, more runs than. So more than, if you take the runs out. P, Pirates scored number, the number of runs the Pirates scored, plus 3. Scaffolding questions. 7 minus 2. B is 7 plus 2. C is 7 times 2. And D is 7 divided by 2. So which expression represents the phrase 2 more than 7? 2 more than 7. How could I write that? As 7 plus 2, so B. Which expression represents the phrase the product of 7 and 2? Well, we know the product is the answer for what type of problem? Multiplication, right? So 7 times 2 will give us the product. Which expression represents the phrase 7 less 2? So less means subtraction, right? So 7 minus 2. Which expression represents the phrase 7 divided by 2? This hopefully is the easiest one. Divided is another form of division, right? So D, 7 divided by 2. What multiplication expression could you use to find the number of minutes in a day? So what multiplication expression could you use to find the number of minutes in a day? So we know there are 24 hours in a day and 60 minutes in an hour. So can we use that to create our expression? So 24 hours times 60 minutes per hour, and that is our expression to find the number of minutes in a day. Remember, an equation is a sentence in mathematics that contains an equal sign. When you write a verbal sentence as an equation, you can use the equal sign for the words equals or is. Write sentences as equations. Write each sentence as an algebraic equation. 6 less than a number is 20. So less tells us it's going to be subtraction. So if we have 6 less than a number is 20, the word is another way of saying equals. We're going to let n represent the number. N minus 6 equals 20. Or n less 6 is 20. 3 times Jack's age equals 12. Well, 3 times Jack's age equals 12. We'll let A represent the age. 3A equals 12. So this one was a little easier, right? Or 3 times A equals 12. The original thing said 3 times Jack age equals 12. So we knew right away, well, this one sounds exactly like the equation. Check your progress. Write sentences as equations. Write each sentence as an algebraic equation. 7 more than a number is 15. So what is 7 more than a number? Is 15. So more than is addition. The number is the variable, and is the equal sign. So we'll let n represent the number, and we get n plus 7 equals 15, or n, plus 7 is 15. 7 more than n is 15. 5 times the number of students is 250. So 5 times the number of students is 12, is 250. 5 times the number of students is 250. Let S represent the number of students. So 5 times the number of students, or 5S, equals 250. Word problems contain words or terms that tell which operation to use to solve the problem. An equation is a number sentence. It includes an equal sign. The unknown number in a word problem can be represented by a variable in an algebraic expression or equation. Real-world example, waterfalls. The tallest waterfall in the United States is Yosemite Falls in California, with a height of about 739 meters. This height is 617 meters taller than Raven Cliff Falls. What is the height of Raven Cliff Falls? So let's break this down. And in words, Yosemite Falls is 617 meters taller than Raven Cliff. And we know what Yosemite Cliff Falls height is. So we're going to let H represent the height of Raven Cliff Falls. And the expression is 739, which is the height of Yosemite, equals, or is, 716 plus H, or plus Raven Falls. So the H will be the difference between the 739 and the 617. So that is the equation. 739 equals 617 plus H. Okay, check your progress. North American cougars are about 1.5 times as long as cougars found in the tropical jungles of Central America. If North American cougars are about 75 inches long, how long is a tropical cougar? we're going to write an equation in words. North American cougars are 1.5 times as long as tropical cougars. And we know that American cougars or North American cougars are 75 inches or roughly a little more than 6 feet long. So the variable, we'll let C represent Central American tropical cougars. And we'll say 1.5 times C equals 75. So the North American cougar is 75 inches long. And we know that's 1.5 times bigger than the Central American tropical cougars. So the equation is 1.5C equals 75. Okay, so test example. Which problem situation matches the equation x minus 5.83 equals 3.17? Tyler ran 3.17 kilometers. His friend ran the same distance 5.83 seconds faster than Tyler. What is x, the time in seconds that Tyler ran? Len and Heather measured the length of worms in science class. Lynn's worm was 5.83 long, and Heather's was 3.17 centimeters long. What is x, the average length of the worms? Keisha's lunch cost $5.83. She received $3.17 in change when she paid the bill. What is x, the amount of money she gave the cashier? D, Mr. Carlos paid $3.17 for a notebook that originally cost $5.83. What is x, the amount of money that Mr. Carlos saved? So let's go through each item and we'll read it and we'll find which one matches the equation x minus 5.83 minus 3.17. You notice that a couple of these were money. One was measurement, right, length, and the other one was distance as well, or time actually. So we can eliminate A because you cannot add or subtract different units of measures. And that's why I get confused when I just said measure, oh no, time, because the 3.17 kilometers was a measurement and the 5.83 seconds is time. So we can't compare those two things. We can't add or subtract those, right? We can do other things, which we're not going to get into now. So that one is wrong. And we can eliminate B because to find an average, you add then divide. So we wouldn't subtract and be done with it. So B is not the answer. And act out C. If you gave the cashier X dollars and your lunch cost $5.83, you would subtract to find your change of $3.17. This is the correct answer. Now, let's just look at D to make sure that one isn't correct either, because if they're both correct, then we made a mistake on one of them, right? Check D just to be sure. To find the amount Mr. Carlos saved, you would calculate $5.83 minus $3.17, not X minus 583. So D is incorrect. C is the one in green, and it is the correct answer. All right, check your progress. Which problem situation matches the equation 4y equals 6.76? Mrs. Thompson bought 4 gallons of gas. Her total cost was $6.76. What is y, the cost of 1 gallon of gas? So if I multiply 4 gallons of gas times the cost of y, would I get the total of $6.76? I think I would, but let's look at the next choice. Jordan bought 4 CDs that were on sale for $6.76 each. What is y, the total cost of the CDs? So I don't believe this one's right, because if it was, I think the correct equation for this would be 4 times 676 equals y. And we have 4 times y equals 676. H, the width of a rectangle is 4 meters. The length is 6.76 meters, more than the width. What is y, the length of the rectangle? So if we have the width of 4 and the length of 676 more than the width, then I think this would be the same as the last one. I think we would have 4 times 676. Length is, no, it would be 4 plus 676 equals y, I believe. So I don't think that that one is the equation above. And J, the average yearly rainfall is 6.76. What is Y? The amount of rainfall you might expect in 4 years. And again, I think this one is 6.76 times 4 to get the total rainfall you would get in 4 years. And the answer is F, just like we thought, 4 times Y, where Y is the cost of 1 gallon of gas, would get us the total cost. Write the phrase $20 less the price of a movie ticket as an algebraic expression. So we know that less is probably going to be subtraction. So we have 20 minus m, and it said algebraic expression, so there's no equal sign. Write a number less 4 is 12 as an algebraic expression. So we know 2 reasons we know this is going to have an equal sign. The word is, and it says equation. An equation is with an equal sign. So n minus 4 equals 12. So a number, n, less 4 minus 4 is 12 or equals 12. Write twice a number is 18 as an algebraic equation. So once again, 2 key words in there that tell us this is an equation with an equal sign, is, and equation. And twice a number, so twice is a key word for multiplication. So we will have 2n equals 18, or twice n for number, is or equals 18. And food, an average American adult drinks more soft drinks than any other beverage each year. 3 times the number of gallons of soft drinks plus 27 is equal to the total of 183 gallons of beverages consumed. So 3 times the number of gallons of soft drinks plus 27 is equal to the total 183. So let's figure out first, we know we're going to have an equation because it says is, and that is equal, or it says is equal, so we know that's going to be an equal sign. 3 times, we know there's going to be multiplication, so 3 times the number, or 3 times n, so 3n, plus 27, so we're going to have 3n plus 27 is equal to 183. So we have 3s plus 27 equals 183. Test example. So which problem matches the equation 4.9y equals 17.3? After giving away 4.9 kilograms of tomatoes, Harry had 17.3 kilograms left. What is y? The number of kilograms that Harry began with. So I think that you would have y minus 4.9 equals 17.3. So that is not the equation up top. The total length of 2 toy cars is 17.3 centimeters. One car is 4.9 centimeters long. What is y, the length of the other? I think that we would have an equation that was 4.9 plus y equals 17.3, which is not what's up there. A chemist separated a solution into 4 quantities of 17.3 milliliters. What is y, the amount of solution she began with? So a chemist separated, so that is a key word for division, right, into 4 equal quantities of 17.3. So we would actually probably have 4 times 17.3 equals y, which is the inverse of division, because we don't know what she started with, and we're trying to find what she started with. And D, Rodrigo spent $17.30 on fishing line. If each meter of line costs $4.90, what is y, the total length of the line? And I think that 4.9 times y, so 490 times y, the total length of the line equals 17.3 is correct. And it is. There is your homework for tonight. Go on over to Google Classrooms to enter it. And I hope you have a great night.